This is why the horror genre should be taught in schools, because it teaches kids social and political commentary in a way that no other genre can. And it's important that they learn about the different subgenres because a character's race and gender often determines what the story is afraid of. Feminist horror is about living in a society that doesn't believe you, that's obsessed with your body and not your mind. And because you've been told to stay silent and your opinion doesn't matter, your suppressed rage will manifest in monstrous ways. Black horror is about living inside of a system that was never designed for your safety, that was only ever built to consume and control you. Like, the sunken place isn't just a cool visual, it's the fear of losing agency, while everyone around you insists that everything is okay when it's definitely not okay. This is why you'll often notice in white horror, especially male-centered ones, it's about them coming to the horrific realization that they are the monster. The hotel didn't make Dad crazy, it just exposed who he was all along. Lying to myself makes me feel better. We were the real monsters in the woods the entire time. I woke her up because I'm selfish. If I had just listened to my sister, none of this would be happening. If I had just listened to the woman, there wouldn't be an alien on board. Holy crap, I was haunting my wife the entire movie. I would have voted for Obama a third term if I could. So that's all unpacking inherent guilt, coming to the understanding that you are what others fear and that you are what you fear. In the I Am Legend novel, it's about a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white guy who comes to the horrific realization that he was the monster the entire time. But when you cast a black man in that role, the ending wouldn't land the same. Because now the metaphor stops being about someone who has historically been in a position of cultural power, realizing he is being oppressive. That's why the book ending is so profound, because it's not just a guy realizing he is their legend, it's also a commentary on how dominant cultures see what they're doing as normal. Because if the studio chose to keep the book's ending, they're now risking the implication that a guy who has been historically oppressed is the real monster. To a group of people who all look white, by the way. It just wouldn't carry the same thematic weight. Because stories are different, because our life experiences and histories are fundamentally different from one another. That's why it needs to be studied, because it forces you to sit in someone else's fear and understand, well, where did that fear come from? That's not just storytelling, that's empathy training. It helps us better understand this dysfunctional world we live in just a little better.